What is up, folks? We here on the Weebleholic podcast. Let's get it. Let's go. Today, I have another special guest back. Introduce yourself again, T-Bro.
What's up? My name's T-Bro. I make Naruto videos and other anime stuff.
Simple. All right, Rayshawn, tell them where they can find you at, too.
How you guys doing? My name is Rayshawn Gatson from the Rayshawn Gatson Anime Podcast. I basically review manga and anime.
Okay. You can follow him on all podcasting platforms at RGAT2. Remember, go like, comment, subscribe, turn notification bell, all that good stuff. Anime Game Show, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, all that good stuff. Go follow my co-host Isaac.Lens and RNC Dark on Twitch if you like to watch Demon Slayer, Apex, all that good stuff. So today, we got a tier listing. We are tier listing original OGs of Naruto. I'm going to share the screen and we're going to get this tier listed started. It's literally the base of my channel at this point. So
it's a coincidence. I'm wearing the original cast t-shirt today.
Hey, you knew it was going down. Okay, T-Bro. We got is everybody? I think everybody's here. I'll be thinking this list isn't that long. So T-Bro, as the guest, you can choose the first character you want to talk about.
So hold up.
Okay, let's talk about how we're gonna rank them then too. Okay, that's important. So enjoyment, I always say, is the first thing. Like how much you enjoy the character. That's always the biggest things. What they did for the plot while he was in the show, in the series, because of course Choji's not going to be featured as much as Naruto was, of course. And overall, if you want to put a little power, how strong you think they are and how strong and stuff like that, put that in here too. But mostly how much you enjoy them and stuff like that. That's why
I have a question. Is this just for part one or is it for like their whole character?
That's what I was wondering too.
Since they're part one, since the thing, I don't know what you guys want to do.
Yeah, we could do just part one.
So part one.
If you want to do that.
Honestly, now I think about it, I don't think it'll change. It won't change that much for me. I don't think.
Okay, you can whatever you want to do. I really don't care. But
some characters change for me a little bit.
Yeah, it's just that in part two, a lot of them were kind of like abandoned by Kishimoto.
Yeah.
So
what about this? Wherever you think they shine at the most.
Okay, yeah, sure.
That's like the most. So wherever you think like their best moments were, you can go there. So T-Bro, you can go first, man.
Okay, well, I gotta start with my favorite character in the whole series, my boy Sasuke.
Okay.
And S is for Sasuke, so that's where he's gotta go. I mean, I'd argue that Sasuke is the best character there, even above the main boy.
Yeah. T-Bro, I think we only did the last video. Sasuke is my favorite character too. Maybe we don't agree with everything he does, but I love I love like how it showed like the yin yang thing with him and Naruto. I love I just love, even in the part one, he was just so badass and stuff. Like he was really beyond his time.
Yeah.
Epic moment after epic moment. I love the fact that he kind of played Orochimaru, even though that's part two, but still we're talking about holding his all.
I mean, the Sasuke retrieval arc is one of my favorite. Even though he's not in it until like the end, he kind of like his story triggers that.
Him. Yeah, it's about him. Yeah. So, S for me, man. What about you, Rashawn?
It's hard because I want to say C.
C.
I'm gonna say B. Like I like Sasuke, but I don't know.
You're gonna have to explain yourself.
Come on, man.
Explain. Okay, the main reason why I don't like Sasuke as a character because I just hate the things he does. To me, it just seems over the top. It seems like he's a very emotion-driven character.
Let me ask you this. So like, I'm going to use Danzo as an example. A lot of people hate Danzo, right? Because of the things that Danzo did.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that there's a lot of people that can say that they hate Danzo because of the things that he did, but that he wasn't a good character because of it. So I'm wondering if for you, Sasuke, you don't like his decisions or what he did, But would you still consider him a well-written or like a good character in general, even though you don't agree with his actions on that level?
No, I see. I like Kakashi more than I like Sasuke, but it's hard for me to explain why I don't like Sasuke. Like, especially how you just like worded on like a character. Like, I like his character being a boy to Naruto, sort of. Like I don't know. I'm just gonna go with
being
C.
in this community
It's
for a long
to...
time. I've noticed that when it comes to Sasuke, it's either you really really love him or you don't like him, or like he just completely misses for some people.
Right.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
I'm not surprised, but see.
Oh. And it's crazy because I feel like how I measure the rest of some of these other characters are gonna make Kevin be like, but he gave Sasuke a C. Like,
all right. Let me SSC. Is that like an A? That's an A, right?
I guess.
That's an A. That's an A.
Well, two S's and
2 S's and a B.
Yeah. Okay.
That feels wrong, but
oh my gosh,
I'm okay with it.
Okay. Rayshawn, your go. Who you got?
I'm gonna have to go with Shikamaru, and I'm gonna go S tier. And the only reason why I say S tier for Shikamaru, because I've always had a feeling like you can pick Shikamaru in any one of these groups or teams, and he can still be useful.
I mean, he's a genius.
Yeah.
So I was like, for sure. That's my argument for him being an S. But what you guys think?
I really like Shikamaru. He's one of my favorite characters, but because I would consider Sasuke an S, I don't think that I could consider Shikamaru also an S, because I don't think he's as good as Sasuke. So I would say A tier for Shikamaru. He is one of my favorite characters in the series. But he's not an S tier.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Is that verse character or like in power?
Character.
Okay.
Yeah. I just really like the whole lazy genius thing. I think it's one of my favorite tropes in anime in general. But yeah, I mean, genius characters seem to like have a really big fan base across anime and manga. People just love that kind of stuff, like Light Yagami and stuff like that. Shikamaru's right there.
You keep up with the Boruto manga, don't you?
Yeah. Do you?
I'm not really like a Shikamaru right now, but
no, my boy's in trouble right now. Yeah, you know what? You know the worst thing about that is sort of go off subject here, but
you go ahead.
That's taking place at night. He pulled up at night. The dude can't use shadow possession at night unless there's like some.
Oh, I didn't even realize. Oh, this is all happening at night.
Yeah, it's a nighttime scene, and he still said, "Hinata, you stay home. I'm gonna go." He can't even use his one thing. It's rough. I
got a question. Based on what happened at the end of the chapter, do you think Shikamaru will be okay with that? Because I said I feel like he will be okay with that.
I don't know, because he's been like really like hard ass about the whole situation, right? So like I feel like he might. I mean, obviously, I don't think he's gonna be happy about what happened, but like, I don't think he's gonna.
I think he's gonna be like, well, this is better than what could have happened.
Right. Yeah, right.
But let's get back to this before.
Anyways, I'm gonna say A tier for Shikamaru. He is amazing. His fight with Tamari is great. If we're just talking about part one, but the Sasuke retrieval arc and his whole thing where like he felt bad
when he had to stop those one ninjas.
Yeah. So yeah. And then like, yeah, there's like the whole thing, like the coming of age, where like he feels responsible for his team in the Sasuke retrieval arc, and then they all like almost die and they don't make it back, or like they don't retrieve Sasuke. So yeah, I think Shikamaru's story in that arc is very underrated, but I can't say S because Sasuke's S, and I don't put them on the same tier. So I'm gonna have to say A.
And he's the only one that became a Chonin too. That's crazy.
Yeah, and I like that he forfeited and still became a Chunin. That's dope. That's dope.
I'm not to break the tie. I'm gonna say A2. I think Shikamaru's the type of character where you can put him in any anime. He could be the right hand man. I feel like he could have been he can be a right hand man to any like protagonist. I think in any series. I think this like genius. I think he's like the definition of work smarter, not harder. I think him and Chicken against I'm trying to forget the Akatsuki that was it Hedon?
Hedon, bro,
amazing.
One of my favorite moments, and when he's above Hedon and he's got Hedon in that hole, right? Mm-hmm. And he says, "Lord Jashin isn't your god anymore. I am." And then he like lights that.
Yeah,
bro. That's one of the hardest lines in the series.
For fact, for me, like I said again, I'm gonna give it to Brad. I think him and Sasuke, like if Sasuke was on S, maybe I could say lower S, or maybe, but like I would have to say A just because I don't.
Now I feel like since I put Sasuke in A, it's S classes is going to be hard to get anyone in there now.
So that's why.
Well, I have a question.
Instead
of doing like whatever's in the middle, do you want to do like majority rules?
So 2 out of 3.
So Sasuke would be S if we both said S.
Okay. Best 2 out of 3. Okay.
Well, and then if we all say something different, then we can choose like a common.
All right. Okay, that's fair. Okay. I'm cool with that. If everybody else cool with that.
Yes, got my boy in S.
And then I mean, if somehow Shikamaru gets thrown in S, then I'm okay.
Well, we have 2 votes for A.
I'm debating this.
2 votes for A. 2 votes for A. So 2 out of 3.
Okay.
I think that's cool. 2 out of 3.
I will say this though. He's almost S for me. Like he's very close. He's like high A. I'll give you that.
I'm gonna get he's like a 97. I almost got the perfect.
Yeah.
All right. We didn't get what did you guys say?
Okay. Now I was about to say what you about to pick, Gencho.
All right, I'm gonna pick. So this might be a little controversial. I don't know how people are gonna feel. Sakura. I'm gonna put my rating out first. I wanna.
And this is just part 1. Are we rating her off part 1?
I'm going off of all of Naruto because I did bring up.
Oh, we doing all of Naruto? Yeah. Then she might get up to B. If we doing just part 1, you was gonna have to put an F.
You're gonna add a category.
Honestly, it's sad because she's still the best girl. Like behind Lady Tsunade, she's probably one of the best girls in the series and stuff like that, which is something to say.
You mean in part 1?
No, like the whole series. The whole series.
Oh, I was about to be like,
no, the whole series. Like she's one of the characters. Best female characters, probably. Sadly.
Yeah, I feel like she starts to get real strong in like the Shippuden and adult era. That's when she starts to really make a name for herself.
I prefer her character in Boruto's era and in like the novels and stuff. Mm-hmm. She's very solid in the novels. But in part 1, she's kind of like the meme that everyone makes for her. She kind of like lives that out.
If I was to go all of like Naruto and but taking her good points, I would probably.
Bro, she's like that lazy person in your classroom that just happened to be in the group with the smartest people.
Bro, right?
That's like literally what
she's
it is.
Definitely riding coats. Like, how do you even end up in Team 7? That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna go like C, but it would be like a low C. Like, it would be like a 71. Like,
I'm gonna say C as well.
Yeah.
I don't think that I can discount her entirely as a character.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't want to put her in D.
Yeah,
I'm giving her a D.
I've seen that coming.
Ever since the bite in part 1, I just lost respect for her. It's like you are a ninja. You've been training in the academy, and this is the move you pulled out. Oh,
yeah.
No,
I probably would have dropped her as a teammate that day.
You know what?
Like, I can't do this shit no more.
I'm gonna be honest. All I'm thinking about is the Chunin exams, that fight with Inu. I'm about to go D.
That's got to be the most boring fight in the whole exams.
And I think overall,
it's a boring fight, but you got to give her props that she was able to break Ino's thing with just her mind. So if we're going off of that, I will give her C.
I mean, she's all over the place, especially in the June exams, because there's one scene too that really bothers me. You know when Keen, the sound ninja, is holding her by the hair and she like cuts her hair? Why didn't she stab her in the leg or in the arm? It doesn't make any sense. She decided to cut her own hair instead of
I
guess to symbolize something. You know, I'm not just this cutesy girl. I'll get down to fight. But she didn't even fight. That's
I guess her, like, the moment with her and Granny was cool. That was cool.
Oh no, dude. Her the sorcery fight's one of my favorite fights in the whole series. But
we ain't gonna lie, like Granny Cheeto didn't. She wasn't the MVP.
No, and I'm gonna say I will say that the fight was my favorite because of sorcery, not because of Sakura.
Right. This is why I said this. This is why I said it's gonna be controversial, because I'm like really stuck between C and D. I'm like, I could go C because like I have seen a decent amount of Boruto, and I would say I'm not counting Boruto. I would say like Boruto, like she's gotten grown on me. She's got a better character. But
you know why I don't like Sakura? Mm-hmm. This is the main reason. It's because she was supposed to be like good at like not taijutsu, not ninjutsu, but
healing.
What's that called?
Like healing?
Not healing, but illusionary jutsu. I can't think of what it's
the genjutsu. Yeah,
genjutsu. Yeah. He was supposed to be good at that.
Yeah,
and she doesn't have. You can't think of one thing she did. Like,
yeah.
So D.
I don't know why they decided to hype that all up. I have no idea.
T. Brad, what you feeling? Still,
I'm gonna say C. I think that my take on Sakura is that I never really disliked her, but I never really liked her. She's just kind of always been there, and I didn't mind, but like I wasn't particularly interested in any of her what she was doing. The only thing that impresses me about Sakura is her power up, like how strong she gets by the end of the series. I still laugh every time she says, "I finally caught up to them," and they're like, "No, you haven't."
That is the most funniest shit.
Yeah,
in the world.
No self-awareness.
Somebody just said something to her. It was like, isn't Naruto giving his chakra to everybody?
Yeah, so she did get really strong, like her physical strength and like the 100 healings is insane, especially in Boruto era. Like she took like a pseudo tail in one of the novels. She takes a tailed beast bomb like right to the chest, right? And she like revives her, like she like regenerates like her arm and everything, and it's pretty crazy. But that's the only prop I can give her as a character. Is just I like that she did power up, even though she thought that she caught up to Naruto and Sasuke for some reason. But yeah, I'm gonna say C. I gotta go C.
I guess I'm the top.
If you guys want to put her in D, there's no arguments.
There are a few characters on here I think Sakura's better than that's gonna be in D. But
just go ahead and put her in C.
There's one for me. There's one character worse than Sakura on here for me.
Yeah. But I have a question for you, T. Bray.
Yeah, what's up?
Where do you think she ranked right now?
In
Boruto right now, where do you think Sakura ranks right now?
Like in terms of her character or power?
And no, in terms of power.
She's probably the third strongest. No, well, okay.
You think she still is the third strongest even?
No,
with those handicaps?
Not with because I still think out of Naruto and Sasuke, I still think she's the third strongest. But out of the whole cast, I think Code's stronger than her, obviously. Kawaki and Boruto are both probably stronger than her at this point, at least with their karma and their.
I mean, they're stronger than Naruto and them.
Yeah, like the 1,000-year.
Naruto is like a background character,
bro.
Isn't that hilarious?
You read the latest chapter, right?
Yeah.
That Gale palm, dude.
I was like
Boruto.
Bro.
I mean Naruto. Come on, dude. That's
That's
rough.
what I'm saying here. Like Naruto is a side character now. He's basically all he has is Sage mode, but the Sage mode doesn't look like it's doing anything.
I was okay.
Version of it.
I was okay with the Kurama nerf, right? Like I'm okay with that. That I liked that. It made me cry. I was good with that. But there's no excuse for the rest of it, because like he still is not like he still should not be getting hit by a Gale Palm. I mean, to be fair, I guess he was caught off guard, but like I just don't. It seems out of character for him to not just like. Oh.
And he was in Sage mode, so he should have noticed that was coming. You know what I mean?
But his improved Sage mode, according to him. Anyways,
that's why I wonder if he's like Hashirama level, like Sage mode, or if it's like more...
I would assume he's at least Hashirama level still without Kurama.
You think so? I don't know.
But he doesn't act like it. That's the problem. he should be. I know he is. I don't know if the writers know he is. That's the thing. But yeah, in terms of power, I think Sakura is probably like 6th, 7th overall in Boruto right now, with all the villains and stuff. And unless you count the dead people, then she's probably even lower because the Otsutsuki are cracked. But I do agree with Swag Kage that she can beat Madara at this point. Might be controversial, but I do agree.
Shout out Swag.
The older
adult Sakura
could beat Madara.
Yeah.
With
not six paths. No, not six paths.
With the 10.
No.
Oh, not six paths. Okay.
Regular Madara.
I might give you that. But the 6 path Madara, I might have to ask you some questions.
You gotta watch Swag Kage's video on it.
I've seen the video.
He raises some good points. I agree. Anyways, Sakura, I'm putting her in C here. I don't know what your tiebreaker is.
I said C too because I have a few other characters that I think are like D for dog.
Okay, now we can go. Can I pick the next character?
It was T-Bro. I was going on order.
Oh, my fault. Go ahead, T-Bro.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to put the character that I think is in D. I don't think any other character is in D except for this one character. So whatever other characters you decide to put in D, you're going to get a bit of argument from me. But 10-10.
No, yeah.
Yep, that's exactly who I thought needed it.
10-10.
I hate
10-10 ain't doing nothing.
Yeah.
Then she get on my nerves. I hate the fact.
She let herself go on Boruto too.
She's just like a weapon.
No,
she's just owned the weapon shops.
Yeah, she's just exactly the same.
Clerk.
Yeah. She's never had like a story really. That's my problem.
She can't even
my thing is,
can't even be herself.
I feel like for her to be called a weapon specialist, we never really got to see her do anything badass with a weapon. No, like we never seen her sword fight. We never seen her.
All she does is summon weapons.
It's pull out a robe.
It's just projectiles.
And like shoots them out. Like I'm like, you might as well just said you were good at wind style. Like I don't understand.
Yeah.
The whole weapons, like, because in my mind, I feel like you should be able to use any weapon and you just a badass with it.
And the thing is, all she's doing is sealing these weapons into scrolls and then releasing them. I guarantee you, anybody could do that. Anybody.
And that's what I'm like.
She's not a weapons specialist. She's just putting weapons into scrolls.
Sure.
She might as well she might as well just be a summoner. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand.
She never had no story arc or anything, no motivation.
No.
Then she almost lost to herself.
Yeah.
She's honestly just like an accessory to Team Guy and their stories. And barely even that. So
yeah. Rayshawn, it's your go, brother.
I wanted to do 10-10. That was the one I wanted to do. So let's do Rock Lee. Since we got to speak to the voice actor, that'd be cool.
Yeah. So what you think?
I'll give Rock Lee probably an A. I would give him an S, but the only thing about Rock Lee is like, I just don't think Rock Lee at this part was someone you could send on a mission by himself. If you get what I mean. Like he's strong and everything, but I just don't think he has like
he's not that guy.
The capacity to be a leader. Like I can see why he wasn't picked to be a Choni.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Right.
T-Bro, what you thinking?
I'm also going to say A. For a different reason though, because I love Rock Lee's character in part 1. Like he is almost more inspiring than Naruto is, right? Like him versus Gaara, dude. Yeah. My God. Best fight. One of the best fights in part 1. But yeah, I mean, the problem with Rock Lee and the reason that he doesn't make it up to S is because in Shippuden, he was abandoned, just like a lot of the other side characters. He became a Chunin after the time skip, and then he was just there, and that's it.
Yeah.
But other than that, in part 1, Rock Lee, if this was just part 1 characters, I would probably consider putting him in S. He's probably low S for part 1. Yeah. But I'm going to say A if we're looking at overall, because he was such a phenomenal character in part 1, but then Shippuden was just like, nah.
Yeah, I would say A too. I feel like he was like you said at another point. I want to elaborate more inspirational than Naruto. Like he didn't have any type of these supernatural powers, straight hard work, like made out the mud. Like I think his story is more of a underdog than maybe even Naruto.
He's almost like the perfect main character for like if he had his own anime, you know. I mean, he does have his own anime,
the
but
little spinoff, the
comedy,
whatever. But I would say A. I just think in Shippuden, everybody just throw it to the wayside.
Yeah.
Hey, Gencho, I'll be right back. Give me a second, okay?
Okay. Bye.
All right. Y'all can keep going though.
Okay, bye. We'll throw that in A. I'll throw him in A. Who chose that? Okay, T-Bro, you could choose the next one.
It's you, no?
Oh no, it's me. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with another character. I think could low-key be in D tier. Inu.
Oh, Inu.
I think she could be in D tier. I don't think did she do anything? I mean, she was part of the big invasion of the Leaf Village, and she was like part of helping them infiltrate and stuff like that. I guess.
Yeah, but like it's mostly her father,
Yeah.
That's in Boruto, she's a lot more important, like a lot better. Because she's in her father's position, right? She's the head of the Yamanaka clan, the head of the intelligence division. But I feel like even in the war, it was mostly her father that had the most impressive feats in that category. So yeah, no, I mean, Ino's probably, I might put Ino in C because I feel like she's on the same level as Sakura for me, character wise. Like I never minded her, but like I never disliked her either. So I don't know. She had a few impressive things like in the war and stuff. In the war, she actually got a lot stronger. Not as strong as Sakura did, but
still could hold her own or whatever, like a competent ninja or whatever.
Yeah.
This is tough.
I'm gonna say C. That's my final answer for Ino.
And Rayshawn's not here, so he can't even break it. We can come back to this. We can go back to this.
We'll ask him, and then he'll be the tiebreaker.
Got you. You choose one, T-Bro.
Okay. I mean, let's just get Naruto out of the way. I think he's in. He's S tier. Like,
I mean, it's his show. Like, I mean, come on.
If Sasuke's in S tier, Naruto's in S tier. Like,
is there anything you really want to say? Like,
I mean, it's Naruto, man. He's one of the most inspirational characters in shonen anime, at least for me.
Yeah. No.
His never giving up attitude is something that like I've always carried with me personally. He's a character that affects you like on an emotional level,
right?
Even outside of watching the show or reading the manga. yeah, there's just no main character that stuck with me like he has. So
right, yeah, all S is for Naruto. We can ask Rayshawn what he thinks about Inu. We were discussing.
Let's see if he agrees with our Naruto.
Yeah, okay. So
first,
we put Naruto in S tier. Are you cool with that? We just making sure.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's pretty cool.
All right, we were talking about Inu. I said D for Inu. T-Bry said C. How do you feel about Inu?
Well, if Sakura's in C, I feel like Ino has to be.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking. She's kind of on the same level for me personally.
Okay. And she looked. I could have put her in C. She looked better than Sakura too.
Well, I mean, we doing looks. She do look a little.
Hold on. If we're doing looks, probably an A or an S.
Yeah, probably. She up there. Adult version too. Crazy. I don't even know who. Rayshawn, it's your go.
Let's do Shino.
Okay. What you thinking?
I'm thinking.
I got a hot take on Shino.
The thing about Shino is like I feel like the way I would use Shino, like if I was the creator of Naruto and I was writing his character, he should have done a lot more. It's just like the mystery behind Shino, and it just seems like he should have known a lot more than what he was doing. And I've always just felt like he was like he had like a hidden ace. For some reason, like if any of these characters had like a hidden ace, I always felt like Shino was one of those characters. Like I have like an ancient beetle I can summon type shit. But I will have to say, damn, that's hard. Probably C.
Okay. See, Brad, what you think?
I'm gonna sell you on Shino here for B tier. So Shino is one of my favorite characters, at least in part 1, of the Konoha 11 or 12 or whatever. Shino is very overlooked. I think that like you said, the mystery behind Shino, I think it's part of his character. He actually was not brought on the Sasuke retrieval arc. Because he would have slapped the shit out of the Sound Ninja, bro. I swear to God, they couldn't handle him. They could not handle Shino. He had to be written out. It's the same way Might Guy happened to be away on a mission when Pain invaded the village because he would have washed him. But Shino, dude, remember in the Chunin exams when he was fighting Zaku and he clogs his arms up with the bugs. In the manga, he actually causes his arms to blow off. In the anime, it just blows holes in his arm. Zaku loses his arms because of Shino. And then he was going to fight against Kankuro in the finals, but they didn't get to have their fight. And then they ended up having it in the woods. And Kankuro, the Sound Ninja, first of all, he beat. And then the Sand Ninja, the Sound and the Sand were giving everybody trouble.
Well, I mean, I feel like Kankuro easy to beat.
I don't know, dude. I think that because who'd he beat in the?
I don't know. Kankuro, I just hate the puppet style jutsu and the fact that he's the worst at it. How can we see everybody else, but he's the worst at it, and he's supposed to be improving?
Oh man, I love the puppets. That's one of my favorite jutsu. Sorcery's like better, such a handicap. Obviously. But Shino, yeah. Anyways, what I was saying is Shino doesn't lose. He doesn't lose a single fight. Like in the whole series, he does not lose a fight. He's not in a lot of fights, but he does not lose at all. He beats Zaku. He beats the Sound and the Sand Ninja, the ones that were giving everybody else trouble. But the coolest thing about Shino is that he was actually going to be recruited to be in the Foundation by Danzo because Danzo thought he was that good to be recruited into the Foundation. And then Torune, the guy who ended up taking his place, Torune took Shino's place because he didn't want Shino to live that life, right? So Torune is the guy with like the purple poison stuff.
The purple bugs, yep.
Yeah, and then Shino ends up beating Torune his reanimation in the war. I think it was, I don't know if it was filler. I think it was filler. Yeah. But it was really fucking cool. I don't know. Shino's always been this really mysterious, but like badass character for me. He doesn't do much. He doesn't say much, but like he's always kind of, I hate him in Boruto, by the way. I'll say that. I do not like, he should have became an Anbu member instead of a teacher.
That's what I was thinking, because I was like, becoming a teacher for him did not work out.
Nah,
to me, it just took away his literal badassness.
Yeah. He was so perfectly set up to be in the Anbu, or even like the head. I know Sai's the head of the Anbu.
Or
like,
running it.
Yeah, even if he was like the assistant to Sai or something, like the second head command, it would have been so much better. But I've always seen Shino as like a really mysterious and badass character, so I can't genuinely say C, but I can't put him with Shikamaru and Rock Lee. So I think that B is where he's gonna land for me.
This is the tiebreaker again. I was gonna tell you
the tiebreaker.
We got 2 minutes, so I'm gonna rate this and then I'm gonna start another one. I know we can finish everything in like 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
This is tough because I like your points, T-Bro, but I'm also agreeing with Rashad. He didn't really do that much, but do I think he's still on the level of Sakura and Inu bad?
I just feel like they all had the same about in a pack.
Like I feel like he had some great moments, but there's so much we don't know because Kishimoto really didn't feature his side characters, and not even in part one.
And he was on a shitty team because I think that whole team didn't really get shown because he was on.
I'm not a fan of that. That's probably my least favorite team in the series, or out of that class.
You know what?
I can't. Koronai, what was the captain name?
Kurenai, yeah.
Kurenai, yeah. I'm gonna go.
Everybody know her little meme with the Genjutsu on Itachi shit. I just feel like after that happened, they literally said,
"Oh my god,
fuck your team."
Yeah, yeah.
The Genjutsu on the Sharingan user. Oh my god.
I'm gonna go top of C. I'm gonna go top of C.
Okay, as long as you're gonna say top of C.
Top of C. I'm cool.
All right.
All right, come on, go up. All right, I'm gonna stop.
We got about a minute. I feel like we can knock out Chosy real quick.
I don't think we can. I was just gonna stop it so we can just get out of here, and then we got more time to discuss because I have a few things to say about Choji. So let me just stop.
Oh, okay.
Start another one, and then we can get it out.
Okay.
All right, bet. Let me end it. All right.